We were looking for ideas. We had originally said with a different one, and it didn't quite play out as we thought it would, so we had to pivot. And then what we did was we had to break into we're a team of 3 originally, and then we had to break into individual teams to find ideas. But we knew we didn't just want to come with ideas. We had to come with more substance, more research. So we had to go and make sure that whatever idea we found was sort of validated before we could proceed with that idea. So I had gone with a different idea. All of us went with a different idea originally. And then Rob came up with this idea. It was like a challenge where we're like, whoever wins, you bring your evidence. Yeah, that's what it was. Bring your evidence. So we had to do a lot of research. We're interviewing people. I'd come up with a dating idea for long distance couples. We're finding it was very interesting. And then when we came back with evidence, I think you came up with a slide you came up with. He came up with like a whole slide. I was like, okay. I didn't know. Yeah. So although everybody had evidence, to be honest, we did. But then he was ready. He was ready. He had like slides, numbers. I was like, okay. So at the end, we voted, and then Worklyn won.
So I like writing down these little short stories, especially when I feel a certain way. So there was something I had written where I felt like the internet. One of my eye-rolling content is called. Yeah, the internet, it just feels like we are isolated. Yeah, there's not like a space for people to come be close with each other. So that's where it started. And then it was like, okay, cool. Why not try and explore this when we were deciding to do a different idea? And then we did the whole competition thing, and I found time management and just started exploring the problem. And then because it turned into a competition, yeah, I think something that doesn't come up a lot is if we're going to start a competition, I will make sure I show up. So if I'm serious, I am serious. Yes. And so also the whole slides, it was just I'm going to come and I'm going to make sure if I lose, I did everything I possibly could. So that was the whole goal and intention with that. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to try and figure this out. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to go in, go deep. And then, you know what? I was having so much fun. Then the slides came up, and then I put all the numbers. And then I was like, hey, this is the problem. And they were like, oh, it's the market size. And this is what we can do with it. But at that time also, did not know what it was going to be. It was just time management, people overwhelmed. But what Worklyn is now, that's not what it was then. It's not even close. It could help the original issue. It could, for sure.
I think originally it was emails, right? We'll pull all your emails. Originally we went to pull all your emails. Pull all your emails and all your Slack messages, and then you could read it and have Juniper respond to them for you. That's what it was. Yeah. And then you could also ask your assistant anything if you're doing research or whatever. Just ask her stuff, and then she would provide you answers or whatever. So that was the first version. We got some people were originally excited about it, but at some point after a while it was like, okay. And then it was the colors also, because I was very surprised people didn't like that mode. I was so surprised. I was like, really? People really like this white everywhere. Yeah. I was very surprised to learn that. But yeah, and then so that's the original. That was what it was originally.
From talking to customers, we got various different feedback. Mm-hmm. We were still trying to also understand the feedback. So the first version was in all honesty just trying to mash everything everybody said, just to well, we can do this for you. Well, sure. We did it, and then we put it there. I think the form it was before was one of the feedbacks that was mentioned was, Teams, and then how Teams is designing the experience. Another one was the whole ChatGPT experience. So I was like, okay, we can pull that off. So we then designed it in that way, and was like, let's try and make it work like that. So the first version was generally supposed to be a full-on workspace. You get there, all your communications get pulled. You're then able to respond to the communications. Once you respond to them, you can also do your research, because now like AI chat is like the new thing. So you don't need to like leave your your actual workspace to go to ChatGPT and come back. So the goal was to bring your whole working environment into one space. So that was the original decision as to why it was built the way it was built. So I think we had like a brainstorming session, and then I think we came up with like so like the long-term vision was for this to become like a browser. Yes. And then like when realizing you can bring all of these things together, it was like, oh hey, your Worklyn. Yes. So it's like, this is your workspace and everything, and this is one place someone can get in touch with you. So your Worklyn, we can just give you a Worklyn. Yeah. That's how it was. And we started with that. And then, you know, when you do research and you find other people and you're like, yeah, no, you can't use that name anymore. Like, okay, cool, let's come up with new names. And then it was just like, okay, cool, let's find a different way to mention Worklyn.
Keeping the essence of what we're going to say.
Yes.
We were lazy and it just went, Worklyn then. And then, no, it was the same Worklyn.
Yes.
But just spelled with the
Y.
It was spelled with the Y. So we're like, we're going to use Worklyn with L-I-N-E. Say Worklyn with L-Y-N. And then I was asking people like, it's given Worklyn, then we had to go and validate. At the time, we're solving all problems with user feedback. We would ask people, okay, you don't agree, that's great. Let's ask people and get the majority vote. So everybody was like, this is Worklyn. Oh, Worklyn. This is Worklyn. And then we're like, okay, go, Worklyn. And then Andrews came and he goes, and so you mean like Worklyn, like lean work, right? We're like, yeah.
That's what we mean.
That's what we mean.
That was the plan.
Lean work.
Yes.
So we went Worklyn, lean work. So yeah, that was.
Now we're working. I like console. Yes, I really like console.
There were other names, so geez, honestly I can't even remember them. But I know Juniper came from a lot of research around balance, harmony, because those were the values we're trying to like put out there, you know. So started researching even colors that would signify that. So that also influenced our design. And colors, plants, living things, anything, until like I came around, I found Juniper. So Juniper is a plant that signifies and balance and harmony and stuff. So yeah, hey Juniper. So, yeah.
So I joined Worklyn about 2 months ago, and I'm a designer. So primarily, I was supposed to take the product and make the user experience a much more usable one, much more easy on the eyes, even on the user. So the first part of my job when I came was to understand the user needs. So my first design iteration was based on the research that was done by the team prior I joining the team. And that led me to quite an interesting design. The first design that I did for Worklyn was quite interesting. It was influenced a lot by, I think I saw Copilot. Yes, Copilot. I took a lot of inspiration from Copilot and Microsoft. So I was trying to make it very, very simple and mimic what Copilot was doing. So having the chat interface to interface with your action points and interface with a lot of functionalities in the application. And after that, we tested the design. We had feedback, and guess what? It was not working. So I had to go back and redesign another version of Worklyn and tailor it towards the specific needs of the managers who were designing for, actually, not whom we are, because we're actually still designing for them, which is creation of a task, setting a deadline to a task, assigning a task to a team member. And the design now sort of resonated around those three element. We're still testing the second design, but we have a final design which is yet to be implemented, and it's changing daily according to the feedback of the current one that we have live. One of the things we're trying to do is make the product usable for us, because we believe that if we can't use it, how do you expect a customer, a client to pay for it? So we have to get the wow factor from it. Like using it, you have to like, wow, Worklyn. Like it has to feel that this tool has been designed by one of the top engineers in the world, because we are. I mean, we're global, right? I'm very excited. We hope that you are excited to join us in this journey. Critique the designs, critique everything. Negative feedback, positive feedback, we allow it all. So we can build literally anything and everything. And as long as we pay for it also. I mean we have to eat at the end of the day. So, yes. Action points are a way of saying whatever you need to do, we shall pull from all your communication tools and display it to you and have you take action on it, as compared to just a to-do list. So it's more, I think my marketing lead will kill me for this, but it's more of a glorified task, in my opinion. And it's a way of getting you to actually do work that matters.
About the marketing angle, we decided to build in public because we don't want just to show a product and have people buy. We actually have a vision that we also want to communicate, because it's not just about helping you with like information overload. Now it's about more than that. We want you to have a work-life balance. We want you to do more of what matters instead of spending all your time in like small tasks that the technology can now solve, right? Which is why we are building Worklyn. So building in public for us was having those we are building for building with us, because you want something that will be viable to you guys. And if you don't build with us, we can't, because we can assume what you need, right? Yeah. So that's why we decided to build in public, and that's why we are creating this kind of content, just to show you like, oh, this is how we are doing things, and you can see the vibe. I mean, I will be posting the behind the scenes. You will probably laugh because we are laughing all the time, right? Yeah, so this is why I decided to use that strategy. I mean, it's a bit time consuming. I know I'm always on my team neck about creating content, but yeah, I'm sure it's worth it. So yeah, as you have seen, this is how Worklyn started and like where we are heading to right now. And we are not just going to leave it at just one YouTube video. We want to actually continue to provide more resources, more content for you to do, as we all have said, to help you do more of the work that matters. Like, I think this is here, right? Like, do more with less. So less internet, yes, even I mean, this is a secret right now. We are going to launch our community, the Pioneers community, and decided to name it like this because we consider all of our users as pioneers who are making an impact around them, whether it's in their job, in their business, or in their family, right? So this community will be a place for you to engage with people with the same goals, the same drive and motivation as you. Find help in your and also network with more people, and we will have like a lot of interesting events too. We have meetups and webinars and a lot more that's coming. So all that we have said so far, this is Worklyn, this is how we are going to do it. Yeah, I mean, this is where we are going basically. Thank you guys for following us, for supporting us.
Like, share, subscribe.
Exactly. And if it's your first time to hear about Worklyn and you really like it, as we have said, the link will be somewhere either in the description or the first comment. Wherever you find the link, just click on it and sign up. Join us, and thank you so much, guys. Bye.